When a believing person prays, great things happen. When God prompts you to pray for somebody, don't wait to do it. Your prayer may be the only thing standing between that person and a catastrophe. Hi, my name is Jeanne, and this is my story of a miracle in my critical illness. I had a prophetic word from Jeanne Hollis 2 years prior to my illness, in which she said that there was going to be a serious illness in my family, but it wasn't going to be terminal. Never did I expect it to be me. Let me tell you the story. I went on my usual annual holiday to South Africa. I spent 2 amazing weeks in Johannesburg with friends and family. Thereafter, I went down to the coast to be with my mom and spend quality time with her. With 1 week of my holiday left, I started getting severe abdominal pain. So I consulted the local village GP, who immediately had me admitted into hospital. An X-ray showed a twisted bowel, and shortly thereafter I was being operated on. I had 9 inches cut off my bowel as it kept twisting, but on this occasion, gangrene had set in with no blood supply. The following day, I had to go back into theatre as the physicians had to check that all the gangrene had gone and the joints were properly aligned. Whilst having the anaesthetic, I aspirated and the contents of my bowel and stomach went into my lungs. In the same operating theatre, a lung surgeon had just finished an operation and he was called to my aid. The doctors and nursing staff managed to drain my lungs and still managed to check the effects of the first operation, which thankfully were a complete success. I was placed into ICU for 2.5 weeks under heavy sedation and put on a respirator with a host of pipes down my throat. Being so critical, my family was summoned to South Africa urgently as there was less than 10% chance of me surviving. Mike, Sarah and Andrew arrived in South Africa and went straight to the hospital. I was unaware of the situation I was in and did not respond to them because of the sedation. Days later, when I could talk, I began to realize why my family had come over. I was a very, very ill lady. I was discharged from the hospital to the amazement of their doctors, who were totally convinced that I would make a full recovery. I stayed another 6 weeks at my sister's house, which was a peaceful haven where I could relax, recuperate, and gain enough strength for the journey home. Mike and Andrew had to leave to go back to work and university. Our daughter Sarah became my full-time nurse. She was such an encouragement to me and would never leave me on my own. Once declared strong enough and able to fly back to the Isle of Man, a doctor from London was flown to South Africa to assist me on the flight back. It has become clear to me that anything is possible through prayer, no matter how impossible it may seem to others. God is truly a God of miracles. Simply speaking, my time was not up because I cannot explain why the correct doctors were there when I needed them the most. I am convinced that God still has a purpose for my life, and that is the reason why I'm here today. 1 Peter 5 verse 10. And after you have suffered a little while, the God of all grace, who has called you to his eternal glory in Christ Jesus, will himself complete and make you what you ought to be, establish and ground you securely, and strengthen and settle you. This was an incredible experience, and the support and prayer from my Living Hope family was unbelievable. Words cannot explain it. Prayer does indeed change things. When a believing person prays, great things happen. When God prompts you to pray for somebody, don't wait to do it. Your prayer may be the only thing standing between that person and a catastrophe. I thank God for saving my life. I stand here today as a living miracle and as a testament to my belief in God through his Son, Jesus. Keep praying, no matter what. Keep believing, and above all, keep your faith in Jesus.